Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, starring Jason Drucker, Alicia Silverstone, Tom Everett Scott, Charlie Wright, and Owen Aztelos, and directed by David Bowers. Now, I don't have much to say about my movie experience, seeing this movie twice, and both times were very minimal crowds, so in that case, let's get into the movie. I'm not thrilled with the paperized at the end of the 20th Century Fox logo, like they did in every movie. And the mother, Susan, played respectively by Alicia Silverstone, says at one point, "I failed as a parent for reasons," and I think, yeah, you think? First of all, she takes away the mobile devices, especially from Frank, played by Tom Everett Scott, when he needs to handle work stuff while they go out of town and they don't know about, and his work doesn't know that he's out of town. This is the 20th century. They'll always need their phones, mothers, in case if your kids don't want to go outside a lot of times. Greg becoming a celebrity because he's got diaper hands is actually not a funny way to become a celebrity. Greg's visions are worse than ever this time. I'm just going to put it out there. The new actors playing everyone like Greg, Roderick, and everyone else, even though admittedly they're getting older, then why do this movie with the different cast like Alicia Silverstone and Tom Everett Scott? Just don't do it. It's a shame. What's so funny about kids acting like they're being kidnapped? That's way too serious again. Don't do it, kids. Just don't even try it. Roderick winning a game they play on the cards on the road trip called I Must Confess. That's a little head scratching. That's why I'm doing that on cards. It's a predictable cliche. Manny's pacifier was actually funny looking to me, with that creepy looking teeth on his pacifier. The first hotel room they go to with this disgusting soap bathroom and even the floors was just very insanitary. I don't like any of these characters, even Greg, who's portrayed poorly by Jason Drucker. 4 for 4. Don't like Greg, and I'll never will. Was actually the worst idea and the worst acting ever by this actor. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like Greg. The Beardo guy was actually a very hateful character, as well as his family. Or is it a caricature? Let me think. I say he's a caricature by a long shot. When the song Wannabe by the Spice Girls and the parents sing it at one point, and it was very painful. What's worse is that they play it again later in the movie at the end, and they all sing it. It's just so stupid. Come on, just don't play that song in a movie. Except for maybe Small Soldiers. That was a good moment, even in a cliche kind of way. It was cute when Manny answers a question about how much a hog weighs, and Manny says 4, 5, 6, and he guessed it right. And it's actually, fun fact, it's actually 456 pounds, and he wins a little piggy. He's so cute. He's so adorable. I want a pet pig. I don't even know if it's legal in this state of California. Anyways, when Beardo chases Greg at a country fair, and rides the ride called Alien Abduction, and Roderick vomits on the Beardo, is actually kind of gross. When Greg and Roderick sneak off to go to the Player Expo to visit Greg's role model, Mac Digby, that plays way too much video games, and the subplot of the movie is the mom doesn't want him to play any more video games at this point. That he sneaks off to the expo and the mom humiliates Greg by grounding him for life was unnecessary for me, in my personal opinion. The family of the Beardo guy is actually an unnecessary characters, a bunch of characters in this movie. The CGI of the birds when Greg feeds them is a 20th Century Fox movie studio cliche. And there's way too many gross out humors for a PG rated movie. They should have rated it a little bit, not for kids. It also leads to a terrible reference to Psycho from 1960. Alicia Silverstone gives one of her worst performances ever. And I hate to say it, guys, but she was bad in here as well. The first ending shows that they get picked up by a Spanish trucker, and Manny is the only one who could speak Spanish in the family as one of the endings, as it turns out. And actually a good age when I believe he's like 3 years old in this movie, and Manny gets his pig back was a very heartwarming note. The second ending with the two girls taking Greg's photo because of his diaper hands is too gross. Now, time to rate the movie. I'll give it a 4.6 out of 10. This movie is probably the worst sequel to the Diary of the Wimpy Kid series because of how much gross out humor there was, and the cast wasn't an improvement either, so please don't see this movie. Just by a long shot, please don't see it. Even with the kids, don't even do it. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this series, and until next time, it's not a diary, it's a journal.